Hey, Chadi Bazzi here, and welcome to the Real Estate Success Mastery TV. This is episode number 63, and this episode is sponsored to you by HandleThisObjection.com. HandleThisObjection.com. So here's what we're going to do today, something different. If you are listening to this podcast, good for you. Thank you very much for that. Keep on listening. It's going to be great because I am going to be sharing a very, very valuable audio content with you. And if you're watching this video, then you're probably looking at this video and you're like, all right, so the screen just says handle this objection. That's all you're gonna see. I'm not gonna be in this video. The reason being is in a few seconds I am going to roll out an audio that I recorded not too long ago that specifically helps you handle a couple of different objections that are coming up right now. As I ask my personal one-on-one coaching clients to keep track of the objections that they're receiving, approximately 45 to 50% of the objections that they're receiving revolved around the holiday objection. Either, hey, we don't want to list during the holidays, nothing sells during the holidays, or calls at the beginning of the year, or we want to list in the springtime, etc. When in essence it's all the same exact objection. Most people don't know how to handle it. Some people know how to handle it. Some people know how to overcome it. And some people do still list and sell property during the holidays. And that's exactly what I want to do for you too. I want you to have the same exact thing. So again, this episode is brought to you by HandleThisObjection.com. And if you go there to accompany this audio that I'm going to roll out in another few seconds, you can download a free ebook, a 12-page ebook that I wrote that teaches you the specifics on how to overcome that objection and to illustrate and demonstrate the benefits of why someone should list and sell their home during the holiday season. So Chadi Bazzi here, and here you go. Start. Hi, my name is Chadi Bazzi, and on this recording, I am going to share with you exactly how to handle some of the holiday objections that you are getting. I want to begin by telling you that this is the time of the year where my personal one-on-one coaching clients are not even thinking about slowing down, not even for a minute. Why? Well, we both know that yes, during this time of the year, sales do slow down. This is a fact and there is nothing that you can do about it. However, you can still do something about how much you slow down your production. And you are responsible for the results you generate for yourself and your business. Now, I personally like to push my clients at this time of the year simply because this is the time of the year that they have way less competition. This is the time of the year that most agents have already mentally and physically checked out of the business. Many are in the mindset of, well, it's too late for me to still reach my goals for this year. And they say to themselves, I will give it a better shot next year beginning in January. Well, with this kind of mindset going on in the marketplace, this is a perfect time for anyone to say to themselves, wow, no one is working. There is less people calling on the people that I am going to be calling on. There is way less competition, which in essence is going to do three things for me. One, it is going to give me greater odds of generating new leads that may do something with me right now or in the near future. It is going to give me a better start for next year in terms of production and the number of leads that I will have beginning in the new year. 3, it is going to give me more confidence as I would have put in more practice and would have improved my skill set in the process. So I say to you, right now, like any other time, is just as perfect to get new leads as any other time. You are responsible for every result you generate, and most people just need a bit of a push to stay active this time of the year, and I want to go ahead and give that push to you today. See, most people who will do their job this time of the year are going to hear a list of objections. We know that. Some people will buy into those objections and use that as an excuse that no one is wanting to list their home. So why should they waste this time when they could be doing a number of many other things? And some people will say, like I told you earlier, yes, No one is working, so I better take advantage of this time. And so what if someone is adamant about not wanting to list their home right now? So what? Who cares? At least I can identify that seller right now. I can establish a relationship with them. I can follow up with them and list them when they are ready. This way, when the new year comes in, you are that much more ahead versus just beginning when everyone else is beginning. So the big objection that you will get now when prospecting for sellers is going to be this. They're going to say to you, call me in January, or simply, in other words, call me after the holidays. See, most people that you are calling on think that this is in their best interest. They do not know and have all the facts as you do, and it is your job to educate them on doing what is ultimately is best for them. So how do you overcome that objection? I will share with you what has worked for me and what is working for my one-on-one coaching clients. And I would say, Mr. Seller, I can appreciate the fact that you want to wait till after the holidays, and that may be the right thing for you to do. Let's find out. When you sell this home, where do you plan to move to? See, by asking this question, I am right back on script. That's the first objective, is to get right back on script. And the reason I want you to do that is to simply to try and identify if they really are motivated or not. Because if they are not motivated, you do not want to be working with them. So if they're not motivated, I personally just move on to the next person. And if they are motivated, I say the following. Mr. Seller, if there is an advantage to you selling your home now versus in the future, would you sell it now? Now, I got them to be at least a little bit curious to find out what it is that I am talking about. And I go on and say, Mr. Seller, do you understand the concept of supply and demand? They all say yes. Then I ask them, Mr. Seller, do you think you can sell your home faster or slower when that demand is higher? Well, the obvious answer to that is they're going to say faster. And when they say faster, I ask the next question. And that question is, Mr. Seller, if the supply is less, do you think you can also make more money or less money? You and I both know what the obvious answer is. And the obvious answer is they say more money. And then I ask the next question. And the next question is, Mr. Seller, would you like to make more money or less money? And of course they say they want to make more money. Then I say, well, Mr. Seller, this is exactly why I want to meet with you for just a quick 20 to 30 minutes to share with you exactly how you can take advantage of this very short window of opportunity. Yes, during the holidays, there are a ton of serious sellers just like you who are wanting to wait until after the holidays. This means that all of a sudden we have less supply and the demand is still there because of two things. One, we have killer low interest rates. And two, the serious buyers are still out there searching for a home, and you do only want serious buyers to look at your home. Am I right? They agree, and I close by saying, Mr. Seller, because there are still serious buyers out there and we have a shortage of inventory, you are now in a position to capitalize on that. Again, I ask you, do you think you can sell faster and for more money when supply is low or high? They say when supply is low, and I say this is perfect. Demand is still high now and supply is low. And what I want you to think about is this. In January, all the people who do not list their home right now will list then, and all of a sudden, even we may still have the same demand, we have way more supply. And what that is going to do is give the buyer more options. And if the buyer has more options, guess what happens, Mr. Seller? You, as the seller, have less control, and you will get fewer showings and possibly fewer offers. Is this what you want? And they say no. And then I go on and say, this is exactly why you should invite me over so I can show you how I can sell your home now quicker and for more money. What is the best day and time for me to come over? I am free the rest of the day today, or would tomorrow morning be better for you? That's it. I now have the appointment. Look, my friends, you can do this. All you have to do is listen to this recording a few times and practice this short script, and the short script that works like magic. Use it and set and go on more appointments. Now, when you go on those appointments, I want to share with you some of the following on your presentation. I want you to share with you some things that I want you to also share with your sellers on your presentations to help get the listing. You need to let the seller know why it is better to list now versus later. And here are a few good points to speak about on the listing presentation. Mr. Seller, because you have shared with me that you do not want to be bothered during the holidays, I am going to restrict the showing on your home to only the times that work best for you and your family. So looking at your calendar, what are the days that you do not want to show the home between now and the end of the year? Find out what those dates are and make a note that the home is to not be shown during these days. It's that simple. Also, if you go back and listen to this recording, notice that the language patterns that I am using are all assuming that they are going to list their home with me. Now, this is a very advanced skill set. It's a very advanced skill set that I teach in my Objection Handling Mastery course. You can get more information about that at objectionhandlingmastery.com. On to another reason why someone should list now versus later. Mr. Seller, would you agree with me that during the holidays when a home is decorated, it shows better? Of course they are going to say yes, and I am going to say, and Mr. Seller, when a home shows better, do you think it will increase its odds of getting an offer? They say yes, and I say, this is exactly why you should list your home now so you can take advantage of this. So it's that simple. You just got to grasp these language patterns and use them on your presentations. Now, another reason, Mr. Seller, I know you shared with me that you do not want to be worried about making a move which will interrupt your holiday. And this is exactly why I am going to know here that regardless of when this month we get an offer on your home, and even if we close on your home before the end of the year, and because I am a top real estate negotiator, I am going to negotiate that you stay living in your home till after the new year. This way you can sell now and physically move in January or February if you're like, as opposed to just starting the process at that time. Will that work for you? And of course, they're going to say yes. So here's the bottom line, my friends. These are just 3 of the top reasons why someone should list and sell now versus later. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to think of at least a few more other reasons and write them out, just like I shared with you right now. Practice them and then use them. Now, in my Objection Handling Mastery course, I teach you step by step how to handle any objection by any buyer or any seller in any situation and at any time. I teach you how to handle it with power and with confidence. And here's what I know. If you know how to handle any objection, 2 things will magically happen for you. 1, you will find yourself doing what you most likely do not do now because of your lack of confidence. And 2, you will start turning more no's into yeses. And this is when the fun begins and money starts rolling in. Again, my name is Chadi Bazzi. Thank you very much for downloading and listening to this short recording. I hope you got lots of value out of it, as my only objective is to serve you, help you, and ultimately have you working way less and making more money. For more free training videos and audios just like this, please be sure to visit me at chadibazzi.com. That's www.chadibazzi.com. All the best to you and your family. Have an amazing holiday season. Take care.